With Chicago Bears training camp right around the corner, I want to talk about the top positional battles that I'm expecting to see during training camp that I'm excited to see. So with that being said, let's talk about it, people. What is going on? Y'all, Fox Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL, and here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, please hit that big subscribe button down below. Please make sure you're following me on my social media platforms. Guys, as always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so here we go. Training camp is starting July 26th. We are in July, so literally just a week or so away, or a little bit more than that. And I'm just going to give you my top positional battles here. And I thought about putting these in order, but honestly, I can't really decide. So I'm just going to put it in no particular order and just going to talk about these. So when we talk about positional battles, what are we talking about? We're talking about those positions where, hey, it's up for debate who is going to be the starter at that spot, or who's going to take that spot. It doesn't have to be a starter, actually. It could be, hey, who's going to be, let's say, the fifth receiver, who's going to be the backup running back, etc., etc., all right? So, to me, these are just the most interesting ones that I'm looking forward to. Let's start with the first one, okay? And that is at the linebacker spot, and that's between Jack Sanborn and Noah Sewell. Okay, so Jack Sanborn, we all kind of penciled him as the one of the starting linebackers for the Chicago Bears, and certainly they revamped their entire linebacking core, right, with Tremaine Edmonds and with TJ Edwards, and then Jack Sanborn was the other guy. He's a UDFA, right, undrafted free agent. But he missed time during minicamp. Noah Sewell was able to step in, and he was fairly impressive. Noah Sewell, our fifth-round draft pick from this past draft class. And so to me, I think they are going to give Noah Sewell a chance here to see what he can do, because he showed that he was fairly impressive during minicamp. And I think during training camp, he's going to get every opportunity to see if he can maybe take one of the spots away at that linebacker spot, particularly from Jack Sanborn. And Sanborn didn't lose it based off of play. He just was hurt. He was dealing with an injury. And so to me, if he's healthy, Jack Sanborn should have the upper hand here. But I think it will be interesting to see what happens here. And there is an outside shot that Sewell is able to impress him enough where he starts at the linebacker spot. But I do think it'll be Sanborn. But hey, Sewell could make a late push and maybe start a few games into the season. We'll see. But I definitely think this is no longer a lock here, and especially if Sanborn misses more time during training camp, I certainly think the door is open for him to lose his starting job. All right, so that's one of the first ones that I'm looking at, Jack Sanborn versus Noah Sewell. Let's move on to the second one here, and that is Tyrique Stevenson against Kendall Vildor. All right, that second cornerback spot, we really don't know who it's going to be so far. I presume it's going to be Tyrique Stevenson. So again, second cornerback spot outside of Jalen Johnson. And so to me, I think it will be Tyrique Stevenson, but it very well could be Kendall Vildor, who is the veteran out of these two. Obviously, Tyrique Stevenson, we drafted in the second round this past draft class. And to me, I just think he's a better cornerback. I think he's the more skilled one. I think he's the one who's just more talented. And I think he's going to be that guy who wins the starting job. And in minicamp, he showed, nothing to take away from that. And so to me, I think he's got the upper hand, similar to what I said about Jack Sanborn. And I think ultimately he wins it. But you certainly can see a scenario where the coaching staff is like, hey, we want to go with the veteran. All right, we want to go with the veteran and bring Tyrique along slower or slowly. And so to me, this is another job that's kind of up for grabs. I haven't mentioned Kyler Gordon in this kind of positional battle because I think he's going to be at that nickel cornerback spot. I don't see the Bears putting him in outside cornerback spot. So that's the reason why. So I think it's between Stevenson and Vildor, and my money is on Stevenson. All right, let's move on to the next positional battle. And to me, it's a three-man race here when we're talking about one of the inside defensive tackle spots, all right? So Justin Jones versus Javon Dexter versus Zach Pickens. All right, so Dexter and Pickens, two rookies that we drafted, obviously, in this past draft class. And then you've got your presumed penciled-in starter in Justin Jones. So now we know the interior of the defensive line is going to be, the two spots are going to be, one of them will be Andrew Billings. We signed in free agency from, I believe, the Raiders. The other one, I think it is up for grabs between Justin Jones, Pickens, and Dexter. And look, Justin Jones, yes, again, same reasoning as before. He's a vet in the group, so they could just go with him and that is it. But Dexter looked pretty solid during minicamp. What if Zach Pickens excels? What if these guys really show up and show out, and where it makes it very difficult for the coaching staff to kind of hold them back? Now, ultimately, what I feel like ends up happening is, again, they go with the vet in Justin Jones, and they bring along Pickens and Dexter slowly because they're rookies. But you've seen scenarios before where rookies just impress like no other, where you literally cannot hold them back. And so that's another scenario here where you could certainly see that happening. So to me, Justin Jones versus Pickens versus Dexter, the interior of that D-line is going to be interesting to watch. All right, let's move on to another one here. Another three-headed race, which is Dante Pettis versus Equanimeous St. Brown versus Valdes Jones Jr. We're kind of talking about, again, a backup spot here. This is really just at 5th, 6th, 7th receiver spot, if you will. But I think it's valuable to talk about here because, two of these three guys could get roster spots and one could get left out, right? And so who is it going to be? Dante Pettis, Valdes Jones Jr., or Equanimeous St. Brown? I think ESP and Valdes do get those 2 roster spots, but there's a scenario where we keep all 3 of these guys. But ultimately, it goes back to playing time here, right? Who's going to get the most playing time here? And Valdes has not shown much for us to believe that he is worthy of that playing time. Now, again, he's only a rookie. He's only had his rookie season, but we're talking about a guy who's a 26-year-old rookie, right? So let's see what happens here. But ESP had his flashes last year, so did Dante Pettis. Both these guys had rapport with Justin Fields. So I'm just interested to see here, to me, kind of which receiver emerges. I think you can put them all in kind of that same category, if you will. But it'll be interesting to see here. But I'm going to say if I have to pick 2 of these 3, I'm going to go ahead and take ESP and Valdes. Valdes just based off the draft capital. It was a 3rd-round pick. I want to give him another shot. And then if I had to rank him, it'd go ESP, Valdes, and then Dante Pettis. But you certainly could see a scenario where all 3 make it as well. So we'll see about that. All right, let's move on to my next one. This one's interesting. People aren't talking about this. Cairo Santos versus Andre Smites. I probably butchered his last name, but he's a kicker, obviously, who we signed as an undrafted free agent. Now, Cairo Santos is a guy who I felt like for the past 2 seasons, like, oh yeah, that's our kicker, like locked in, no worries about it. And kicker was one of the positions where we didn't have to worry about. But Santos had a kind of a shaky moments, had some shaky moments in this past season. And I really think Andre Smite could come in and compete with him. Ultimately, I think Santos is going to be the guy. They'll stick with the veteran, but I'm just saying, if Santos starts to struggle and things go left for him, don't be shocked to see Andre Smites just waiting in the wings to take over that spot. But again, I think that's going to be another positional battle to look forward to in training camp. But again, my last one, too, this could be a 3-man race, but I'm going to make it a 2-man because I think the starter is kind of penciled in as a starting running back, which is Khalil Herbert. And then right after him, it's, hey, is it Dante Foreman or is it Roschon Johnson, the rookie we drafted out of Texas? And I think Roschon could impress enough where he is the back running back, and maybe we just use Dante Foreman in short yardage goal line situations. But you never know. It'll be interesting to see here. I think Khalil Herbert's going to be the starter for sure, but the coaching staff's talked about how this is open, right? Like it's going to be like maybe whoever's the hot guy, whoever's, got to go in that game. Maybe it's just a 3-man committee and we're splitting it right down the middle, like 33% each for the snaps and carries. So we'll see between these 3, but I'm going to say Herbert will start, and then it'll be Foreman after, then Roschon Johnson. But ultimately, training camp could prove to give an opportunity to Roschon where he jumps up in the depth chart. So a lot of good positional battles here to talk about, people. I'm excited. I'm excited for training camp. I can't wait to see how all of these different things play out here. Let me know what you guys think. What's a positional battle that you're looking forward to that I maybe didn't mention here? Leave